Well, I'm making another video about pornography. I made one before, but I'm making another one because there are Christians who believe that they can watch porn and still go into heaven. If you're watching porn, you don't know God. You must stop doing it. There's no other way to say it. You have to stop watching porn. If you watch porn and you have a heart attack and die in the middle of watching it, you are going to hell. I don't care if you believe in Jesus or not. You can believe whatever you want to believe. If you are watching porn, you have a heart attack and die in the middle of watching it, you will go to hell. You have to be born again. You must be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Your mind must be renewed by the Spirit of God. If you're struggling with it, go on your knees and ask and ask and ask for God to fill you with His Spirit over and over and over again. Say, Lord, my mind is perverted. My heart is wicked. I need a new mind. I need you to transform it. I need to be filled with your Spirit. Because if you walk in the Spirit, you will not fulfill the lust of the flesh. You will not fulfill the lust of the flesh. People don't think it's a big deal because nobody's really getting hurt if you watch pornography. Even Christians. Christians haven't been transformed by the renewing of their mind. They're still carnally minded where they believe if nobody's getting hurt by it, then it's not really a big deal. They think that, let's say, murder, I would never murder somebody, but they'll watch pornography and they'll think it's okay. Let me ask you something. What if somebody said, well, I'm really struggling with murdering people, but God understands. Come on, let's wake up here. Let's stop playing games with God and let's get serious. Because porn is a big deal. It will send you to hell if you continue watching it. You have to stop. People maybe before they became a Christian, they were maybe watching porn every day, and now they became a Christian, they're watching it once or twice a week. And they think God understands. Let me ask you something. What if somebody's killing people once or twice a week and they're saying, I just can't stop killing people. I'm struggling with this problem. I'm killing people twice a week and I'm really struggling with this. Come on. God says that fornicators, liars, adulterers, murderers, idolaters will all be thrown into the lake of fire. And if you don't stop watching pornography, you're going to be judged as a fornicator. Because that's what you're doing. You're fornicating. So God's going to look at you and He's going to see you fornicating. And you're going to be judged as a fornicator. That's why Jesus came. Jesus came to set us free from sin. To cleanse us from sin and set us free from it. That is the power of the Holy Spirit. That is what the law could not do. The law could not set people free from sin. Now we have the power of the Holy Spirit, and we can walk in the Holy Spirit, and when we do this, we will not fulfill those lusts of the flesh. So if you want to stop looking at porn, you have to be filled with the Spirit of God. Filled, all the way to the top. We're saying, Lord, I want more and more and more of your Spirit. Because I'm having this problem. I need to be renewed, Lord. Cleanse my mind. Change me. And He will change you if you truly want to change. A lot of people like doing this stuff, though. A lot of people like sinning, and that's why they won't stop. That's why they won't stop watching pornography. Because they like doing it. People are saying, too, that, well, if I had a husband or wife, I wouldn't be watching this porn because, I have a wife. If God gives you a wife, the moment she's out the door food shopping or going to her parents' house or whatever, you're going to be looking at porn because you haven't overcome it. Because you haven't been set free from porn. I'm making this video because I care. I don't want anybody going to hell over pornography. It's such a terrible thing. It's such a gross, perverted thing to do. If you're looking at it, you have a perverted mind. And you have to stop. You need to ask God to change you so you stop doing it. We can't stop it on our own power. We can't fight our flesh with our flesh. We need to be changed by the power of God. People don't think it's a big deal, but it is. It is a big deal. Just like I said before, if somebody were to say, well, I'm struggling with murdering people, twice a week, people would be like, whoa, 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 you're a murderer. That's horrible. You have to stop murdering. But, you tell people, hey, you got to stop watching porn. They're like, well, God understands, everybody struggles with something. You're going to be judged as a fornicator, just like that person who's killing people is going to be judged as a murderer, even though they believe in God. Jesus wasn't a liar when he said that he sets people free from sin. Free. Meaning you stop doing it. And you have to stay free. You don't go back to it. You don't return to it. Or else it's going to be even worse. And that's the decision you make. You have to make the decision where I want to follow God with all of my heart. Everything. And if you're following him with everything in your power, you devote your whole life to him. There is no room for this pornography. There's no room for it. It doesn't fit into my life. That's the kind of mindset you have to have. Where you're so filled with the Spirit of God, all you want to do is his will. You just love him above everything else. What you're doing is you're cheating on God if you're looking at pornography. You are cheating on God. And you're destroying your mind. You're destroying your spirit. People think it's horrible when people commit adultery. If you're looking at porn, you're adulterating. You're an adulterer. It is a big deal. In God's eyes, adultery, liars, fornicators, murderers, all of them are getting cast into the lake of fire. If you're doing it, then that's what you are. People think lying isn't a big deal either because nobody, gets hurt by it really. You tell a couple lies every now and then. Same with pornography because nobody's physically getting hurt, so it's not a big deal. In God's eyes, it's a big deal. God has to look at that stuff with you. You're grieving the Holy Spirit if you're looking at that stuff. God is there. He sees what you're doing. God sees you when you're looking at porn. He sees you, when you're looking at women with lust or looking at men with lust. You have to stop doing it. The same way a murderer would have to stop murdering people is the same that somebody looking at porn has to stop looking at porn. I pray that the Lord sets you free from pornography. Go on your knees if you're having a problem and cry out to him with all of your heart. Just cry out to him. Say, Lord, I have this problem. Admit to him. He knows what you've done. Confess it to him. And cry out to him. Say, Lord, I never want to do this again. He will change you if you truly want to change. He's faithful and just to forgive you. But the same way you can't be murdering people is the same way you can't be watching porn. God bless.